going to be yellow.
Yellow. All right. So you brought up red. Red is like plus 200 right now. That seems right. That marketing intern is down there making sure they get the right Gatorade bucket to stay on brand with the team colors. I think you got that there. Yellow is interesting because both of them have gold in their logo too. So
exactly.
That's a good call, and that gets you a little bit better odds at about plus 400. If you want to go super off the wall, they have like a clear option, so like water, presumably.
Yes.
But that's like bet at your own peril. That's like plus 1,000. So even they're trying to stay away. Other options were, green is in there, orange is in there, purple. But yeah, the red and the yellow. These teams, everything is marketing and marketable, and so I think they're sticking with their primary colors on that one.
And like I said, I just can't see it because, like I said, the last couple of teams the colors always been something to go along with whatever their team color scheme is anyway. So
now it is being played down in Miami. We know the Super Bowl halftime performer. However, in the past several Super Bowls, they have had guest appearances, and so any dark horse favorites for a guest performer showing up in Miami? There are one or two extra performers in Miami, I think, that could just pop in at any time. Especially since the ownership group of the Hard Rock Stadium down there, at least partially owned by an entertainment group that represents quite a few of the stars down there. That's something that you can bet on. Do you foresee any special guest appearances in the halftime show?
Refresh my memory. I believe we have Shakira and Jennifer Lopez.
That is, in fact, the halftime show, yes.
The halftime show. I'm trying to think who in that realm they could bring out. Maybe we get a Gloria Estefan appearance. Possibly a Pitbull shows up.
See, I think Pitbull is the slam dunk. And if you want to talk about your no overtime bet, I think Pitbull showing up in Miami, like he just might randomly walk out onto the field because that's what he does in Miami, right? Like,
yeah.
Yeah. Outside of that, it would be really wild. I do not foresee like a Jimmy Buffett appearance, although that would be a huge change of pace for Shakira and Jennifer Lopez. To keep that former Margaritaville rocking. So with Shakira and Jennifer Lopez, I believe they have 4 songs set up for the halftime show, 4 or 5, or 4.5, I think is the over-under. Basically like minus 120 and plus 110 for the yes or no. What do you think for the extended halftime show? Are they going over 4.5 songs or under?
I think they go over. There's a sizable library between the two of them to do multiple songs. So I do believe they go over.
Yeah. So usually we joke about how can you have half a point, right? It's like 55.5 points or 54.5 for the over under. You can have half a song though, right? And like, I feel like in the Super Bowl, they never play the full song. They play like 2/3 of a song or maybe just half of it. I mean, if it's over under 4.5, but they never play one full song, like how does that get tallied up? But that's
exactly. You can segue from one song to the other, like you said, a third or half of the way through it. So,
yeah, I think that's more of a joking semantical debate to be had as opposed to an actual thing. I think you're right. They're going to squeeze in enough of 5 or 6 songs for it to count for it to round up as a full song.
Some of the other bets I'm seeing here, national anthem, as far as because Demi Lovato, I believe, is singing that. The color of her microphone. Black is minus 150. Silver gray is plus 150, and any other color is plus 300.
Oh, interesting. So how does that work if they do one of those like over the ear mics, right?
Oh.
So do you like her chances of going off the standard microphone, or are you sticking with the clubhouse favorite of black?
I'm gonna go with black only because singers, when they do the national anthem, typically stand, they either hold the microphone or they have a mic stand in front of them. Any other performer who would also say play the guitar or piano while they sing the national anthem, they're more inclined to have the headset. And I'm trying to think of the last time we had someone perform the national anthem, whether it's a singer or a group, who actually used a headset. I can't think of anyone off the top of my head. Typically, the headset is what the halftime acts would normally wear. I'm thinking of Lady Gaga several years back. Her entire performance was done with the headset microphone. She didn't actually have a mic in her hand during that performance. One more here for Demi Lovato is, will she be wearing a skirt, a dress, or a gown to sing the anthem? And all those combined is either yes or no. So yes is minus 220 and no is plus 155.
Okay, I was about to panic there for a minute because I do not know the difference. I mean, I could probably figure out the difference between a dress, a skirt, and a gown. But like if you're asking me like the odds of one being picked over the other,
no,
that I could not handicap that to save my life. But yeah, I mean they're down in Miami, man. It's going to be warm. It's going to not be crappy weather. Definitely go with that.
Yeah, she could definitely come out in a pants jumpsuit though and throw everybody off.
I suppose that's true. Come out in the whole left shark attire. Just throw it back.
That left shark again.
But they could update it. They could do the baby shark now, right? So
they could. They could.
Well, how about this? Let's run this one back. We'll do a pick for the actual game. So you said it was San Francisco plus 1.5, and the over/under was 54.5. Eagles, James, you have to pick each of those. What side are you going to take?
Oh man. So on the spread, I'm going to probably go with Kansas City to cover and win. As far as the total points, 55 over or under. I'm going to go over on the points, though.
All right.
I feel like 55 is doable, especially if it's a close game. I know not many teams score over 30 points. I think the last team recently to go over 30 points in the Super Bowl was the Philadelphia Eagles when they beat the Patriots. I can see either of these teams putting up over 30 points, though. That's the thing. Like, I can easily see both these teams scoring in the 30s, which would easily be the highest scoring Super Bowl, between two teams scoring that much. I mean, previously, we had the Niners blowing out Denver, something like 55-10 or something like that, 56-10.
Yep.
Way back when, but
yeah, usually to get at the 50 number, it is not an entertaining beatdown.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you have a final score prediction? It sounds like you were wavering right there, right around a 30-30 number.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna say 31-33.
All right, that would not quite be the highest scoring Super Bowl of all time. It would definitely be close. I already teased what I was going to take. I am going to take the Chiefs. I am going to take the over because I like fun, and I feel like betting the over is more fun than betting the under. I don't feel great about it. I don't think it's going to be way over. So I'm going to say Chiefs are going to win 33-28, which will set this up as the closing prop bet. I've seen it out there a few different places. Will Kyle Shanahan blow a 28-3 lead in this game?
Oh boy, he can't do that twice.
All right.
Do it twice.
So I looked into it. Apparently, the stipulation is that they have to be up by exactly 28-3 at any point. So, like, if they go up 30-3, or I guess that would be like 31-3, but at one point it was 28-3, then the bet still plays. But if they went up like 29-3 or 30-1-3, but never stopped at 28, or if they went up, if they went up 28-0, then the bet doesn't play either. Obviously, they're putting it out there just to troll Kyle Shanahan a little bit. I really appreciate it, but even the plus 10,000 odds, I could not put money down on that in good conscience. They say not to bet on other people's misery, and that would be a truly miserable experience.
Hey, trust me, I understand how you feel. I was trying to see if there was a prop bet for Andy Reid mismanaging the clock down the stretch if the score is within a touchdown or less, and I didn't see anything. Having had this man coach my Philadelphia Eagles for a dozen years or so, and watching him clock clock manage. And I'm pretty sure Nick has had some nightmares as far as his clock management these last before this year, as far as the playoff runs before. It's mind-boggling how you let games get away from you because you mismanaged the final 4 minutes of a game with timeouts or execution or situational scoring. Do we go for the touchdown here, or kick the extra point, or kick the field goal? Or do we go for one or go for two? And if we're going for two, what play do we run? And do we have the right personnel out there? There's like so many things that can go wrong. And I haven't seen anything as far as him and clock management yet.
Yeah, I mean, when I chatted with Nick, Andy Reid is known for that, and I think he's just kind of a victim of his own success on that one because other coaches are really bad at it too. Knob comes to mind, not to keep bringing up the mismanagement of the Texans this podcast. But other coaches are really bad at it, but other coaches aren't really successful. And so they don't have a portfolio of high-profile games where they've done stupid things. Or Andy Reid, on the other hand, he has this big portfolio of gaffes, and that owes more to his success of getting to these situations in the first place, and then occasionally messing up. He's done a lot better in Kansas City, but if there was like if I could throw down a couple bucks on will the Kansas City Chiefs have used all of their timeouts with more than 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, I'd be tempted.
Definitely a bet worth looking into.
All right. Well, any other closing thoughts for this crossover Super Bowl bets plus a little bit of football talk show, Eagles James?
Nah, man. Look, this is great. Lots of fun. Like I said, mind-boggling the number of various bets you can place on this game, from on-field action to stuff around the game. There's also a prop bet for if our president will show up at the game as well. So just the randomness of some of these bets is just mind-boggling, wondrous to behold. I hope all those who are betting on the game, good luck. I myself am not a gambling man. I've learned my lesson a long time ago. But for all those who are, using any type of system, more luck to you than anyone else, because system bettors go hard.
Yeah, there's some fun ones out there for sure. If you're not a huge football fan, well, I'm probably not actually listening to this right now if that's the case. There's some great cross-sport promotional ones. There's you can bet on the number of shots Alexander Ovechkin takes versus the number of touchdown passes. I think it's just total touchdowns for Patrick Mahomes, so touchdown and rushing. There's some really off-the-wall zany ones out there. So, yeah, go for it. Realize that it is entertainment and not a solid investment strategy. Have some fun with it. So, Eagles James, thank you very much for joining on this. It's got to at least be the fifth annual Prop Bet podcast. Maybe it's sixth. Enjoy the game on Sunday.
Absolutely, man. Thanks a lot. You too.
I never even heard his interview, so I don't know the context in which it was said. I don't know what he said before. I don't know what he said after. So I still haven't seen it. I'm not going to watch it. I don't care, But, I've got no ill will towards Jay. There's no feud between me and Jay. I think we lost the game. He said what he said, and, we're moving on. That's in the past now.